Year 6 Maths Revision, Mixed Calculations and Topics, Spring 1, Part 6. There are 10 questions. For each number, you choose either A or B, or do both. Pause the video while you work it out. When you are finished, please press play, and I will talk through the method and give the answer. 1A and 1B, I'd like you to do them both, and I'd like you to write which fraction or what fraction is shaded for each shape. Pause the video and then we'll work it out together. Okay, so the way that we find out the shaded fraction is, first off, we need to count the parts. So I'm going to look at 1A. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 equal parts. So that's our denominator. Now I need to count how many are shaded. 1, 2, 3. So 3/12 is what is shaded. That can be simplified to 1/4 because both of those numbers divide by 3. The numerator divides by 3 and the denominator divides by 3. Okay, so for 1B, first off, we need to count how many equal parts there are altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10. 10 equal parts, so that's our denominator. And then we need to count how many are shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5/10 are shaded, and we can see straight away 5, the numerator, is half of the denominator. So simplified, that fraction is 1/2. Okay, now you know how to do this. Can you please do 2A and 2B? Pause the video, then we'll go through it together. Okay, 2A. I'm going to count up how many equal parts there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is the denominator, and there are 1, 2 shaded. 2/8. This fraction can be simplified. We can divide the numerator and the denominator by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. Let's look at 2B. We need to count how many equal parts there are. And I've got a quicker way of doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 rows of 4. 5 times 4 is 20. So 20 is our denominator. And then I will count the shaded pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, 5/20 can be simplified because 5 and 20 both divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. So 5/20 is the same as 1/4. So both of those shapes have 1/4 shaded. Remember, not all fractions can be simplified. It just so happens that today those fractions could be. Next, I'd like you to find the fractions of each of these numbers. So divide by the denominator times by the numerator. Okay, so we need to do 12 divided by 6, the denominator. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Now we need to do 2 times 4, which is 8. So the answer is 8. Over on 3B, we need to do 63 divided by 7, which is 9. And then we do 9 times 5, which is 45. So 5/7 of 63 is 45. For 4A and 4B, you need to multiply by 29 by 10, 562 by 100. So think about your place value chart. And then for 4B, you need to do 52 divided by 10 and 35 divided by 100. Please do both sides, pause the video, and then we'll go through the answers. Okay, so 29 divided by 10. If we have our place value chart here, so we have hundreds, tens, and ones, and if we put 29, there we go. Now, when we times by 10, the digits move one place to the left. So the 2 goes here, the 9 goes here, and we need a 0 as our place value holder. So the answer to 29 times 10 is 290. Let's now do the same thing for 562. So if we put on 562, now we're going to multiply by 100. I'm going to add in 2 more headings. So we've got our thousands heading and our 10,000s heading. When we multiply by 100, the digits move 2 places to the left. So the 5 is going to go here, and then the other numbers follow, and we need a place value holder, 2 place value holders. So the answer is 56,200. Over on 4b, we're dividing. And when we divide by 10 and 100, the digits move to the right. So first off, let me put on here the place value headings. So I need a tens heading and a ones heading, and I'm going to need decimal headings. So I'll have my tenths column, my hundreds column, and my thousands column. So if I put 52 here, so 5 tens, 2 ones, when we divide by 10, the digits move 1 place right. So the 2 goes into the tenths column and the 5 moves into the ones column. And we need a decimal place. The answer is 5.2. Now we're going to divide 35 by 100. So first off, if I put 35, 3 in the tens column, 5 in the ones column, and we're going to divide by 100. When you divide by 100, the numbers move 2 places to the right. So the 5 would go here, the 3 would go here, and we need a 0 in the ones column and the point there. So it's 0.35. For 5a and 5b, you need to add 2 sets of fractions. Pause the video and then we'll go through the answer together. Okay, for 5a, 2/3 and 2/3 and 1/4 have a different denominator. And also, one of them is not double the other, or one of them is not a multiple of the other. So that means we're going to have to change both denominators. So I'm going to write out the first 5 multiples for 3 and for 4. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 4, 8, 12. I can actually stop there. Look, 12 is the common denominator. So 3 changes to 12 and 4 changes to 12. And whatever I do to the denominator, I must do to the numerator. So I've multiplied 3 by 4 to make 12, so I do the same to 2. 2 times 4 is 8. I've multiplied 4 by 3, so I do the same to the numerator. 1 times 3 is 3. Now I can find my answer. The denominator is 12 and the numerator is 11. Over on the 5b side, you have a mixed number. So before we can do anything, we need to change the mixed number to an improper fraction. So we're going to do 2 times 5, which is 10, plus that 1, which is 11. So as an improper fraction, it's 11/5, and we're adding it to half. Now, we've got 2 different denominators there. And 5 is not a multiple of 2, so we're going to have to change both of them. So let's draw another line underneath. So I'm just going to write out my 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then my 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the new denominator is 10. So what did I do to 5 to make it into 10? I times it by 2. So I do 11 times 2, which is 22. What did I do to 2 to make it into 10? I times it by 5. So I do the same to the numerator, and that's 5. So the denominator is 10. And then it's 22 add 5, which is 27. So 27 tenths is correct. I can also write my answer as a as a mixed number. So 10 goes into 27 2 times. So I have 2 wholes and 7 tenths. So the answer is either 27 tenths or 2 and 7 tenths. For 6A and 6B, it's the same process again. Pause the video, then we'll go through it together. Okay, 3/4 and 1/6. We need to do new denominators before we can add them. And I'm just checking back there that they were both adds and I hadn't made a mistake. Great. So 6 is the larger number and it's not a multiple of 4, so we're going to have to change both of them. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 6, 12. So we can see the new denominator is going to be 12. Right, what did I do to 4? I times it by 3, so I times the numerator by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. What did I do to 6? I times it by 2, so I do the same to the numerator. So 1 times 2 is 2. So it's 12, 9, 10, 11 twelfths. Over on 6B, we need to change the mixed number. So we do 1 times 3 is 3 plus 2. So it's 5/3, add 1/5. We're going to have to change both the fractions because we can't make one into the other. So 3, 6. In fact, let's use a different colour for that so that it stands out a bit better. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 5, 10, 15. The new denominator is 15. What have we done to 3? We've times it by 5. So 3 to make 15, you times it by 5. So we do the same to the numerator. 5 times 5 is 25. What have we done to 5? We times it by 3. So we do the same to the numerator. 1 times 3 is 3. 25 add 3 is 28. So 28 is an improper fraction. But we can also write this as a mixed number. So 15 goes into 28 once. Okay, 1 whole. And then we need to find out how many is left over. So if you do 28 take away 15, 8 take away 5 is 3. So we've then got 13 fifteenths. So either 1 and 13 fifteenths or 28 fifteenths. Roman numerals. You have 4 numbers there. So please write each one as a Roman numeral. Press pause and then we'll go through it together. So 342. 300 is C, C, C. 40 is actually 50 take away 10. So it's XL. So CCC is 300. L is 50. You put a 10 before it. You're taking off the 10. That's 40. And then 2. Now, I'm drawing those lines under there so you can see how I've done it. You wouldn't actually write those lines under normally. So 536. 500 is D. 30 is XXX. And 6 is VI. 536. So 3,204. So 3,000 is M, 200, CC, and 4. Just like with 40, we have to do 5 take away 1. So we put a 1 there and a 5 there. So it's 5 take away 1. So it's 3,204. Okay, so the trickiest one is the last one, 444. Because 4 is always made by doing 5 take away 1 or 50 take away 10 if it's 40, or 500 take away 100 if it's 400. So 500 is actually C, D. D is 500 and you're taking away that 100 because it comes before. 40 is XL, because it's 50, take away 10. And then 4 is IV, because it's 5, take away 1. Okay, so we've been doing perimeter and area. So I would like you to find the perimeter and the area for the square and the rectangle. Press pause and then we'll do it together. Okay, for the square, the perimeter is the area, is the distance around the shape. Now a square, all the sides are the same, and one side is 4, so it's 4 times 4. 4, 4, 4, 4, which is 16 centimetres. Now area, you multiply the length by the width. So the length is 4 and the width is 4, so the area is the same, but it's square centimetres, so you put a little 2 there. Let's look at the rectangle. Now, the perimeter is the line around the outside, so it's 5 add 5 and 2 add 2. So 5 add 5 is 10, 2 add 2 is 4, so the perimeter is 14 centimetres. To find the area, you multiply the length by the width. So 5 times 2 is 10 centimetres. For 9A and 9B, you just need to find the perimeter. And both of these shapes are regular. So hit pause, and then we'll go through it. Okay, a regular pentagon. Pentagon is 5 sides. And if it's regular, it means they're all the same. So it's 3 for this side, 3 times 5, which is 15 centimetres. Not square centimetres because it's perimeter. Decagon means 10, and it's regular. That means they're all the same size. Now, if one of them is 2, we do 2 times 10, which is 20 centimetres. Finally, for 10A and 10B, you need to find the decimal equivalent of each fraction. Hit pause, then we'll do it together. Okay, so half, 0.5. 3 quarters, 0.75. 1 quarter, 0.25. 1/5, 0.2. Lots of people get confused with the fifth, so try and learn that one by heart. 3/10. Now 1/10 is 0.1, so 3/10 are 0.3, and 1/8 is 0.125. If you got any of those wrong, go back over my explanation to see where you went wrong. If you think I made a mistake, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.